So the competition was about analyzing Japan's innovations. Out of all the technologies that I explored, the Japanese Jihans inspired me the most. I think the exposure that I derived out of this competition was unparalleled because I got to learn a lot about Japanese education and Japanese universities. Hello there, I am Jihan Haria from Grade 12 Humanities in the Knowledge Habitat. So the competition was about analyzing Japan's innovations or Japan's policies that it ended up passing in the past few decades, and then trying to adapt them in the Indian socio-economic framework. I think it was my parents who truly inspired me to be a part of this competition. Since I am somebody who wants to get into both policy and diplomacy, my parents said that this was a good place to start it off. Out of all the technologies that I explored across multiple domains of healthcare, mobility, agriculture, as well as tech, I think the Japanese G-Cans inspired me the most. And this was due to the fact that Japan has had their flooding problem for the past few decades, and they as a country were able to mitigate that by ensuring that most of the water that fell on the streets was rechanneled into rivers and streams. I think this was massive because even when you talk about a country like India, even in our most developed metropolitan cities such as that of Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, you'd notice that our roads end up getting clogged time and again, and this is bad because it becomes difficult for people to commute from point A to point B, and during the monsoons it's just inconvenient for the nation as a whole. I just thought that introducing an idea like this would help to mitigate some of that, if not all of that. I won't lie, I was disappointed about the fact that I could not go to Japan, but at the same time I got an iPad. Just definitely helped me optimize my workflow a lot more. And other than the iPad, I think the exposure that I derived out of this competition was unparalleled because I got to learn a lot about Japanese education and Japanese universities. Besides the fact that I also researched a lot on Japanese policies, which I think also contributed massively because I was able to learn a lot. I think understanding as to how the Japanese bureaucracy works, along with also understanding how their policies are undertaken, I think that contributed massively to my overall perception of as to what public policy was. I think this competition truly enlightened me in terms of policy as a whole, because when I spoke about policy previously, I thought it just involved researching on a bunch of things and just initiating all of those into well-structured plans, but from what I learned, it goes a lot beyond that, to the point wherein proper cost-benefit analysis have to be carried out alongside, obviously, bureaucracy of all sorts. I think the only thing that I would want to say is that you've got to try. Because if you do not try, you are bound to fail. But if you do truly try, there is a sliver of hope that you might actually succeed. As Michael Scott once said, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. I think, most importantly speaking, the Knowledge Habitat helped me get on a platform that focused very specifically on a niche such as that of policy, because you do not really see a lot of competitions on policy, and without the school's help, I don't really think I would have been able to take part in any of this. Besides that, I think the teachers too truly helped me identify what I wanted to do with my life. When it comes to something such as policy, I think without the teachers who preach so passionately about their own subjects, don't really think it would have been possible.